So you and I are friends, right?
Facebook, LinkedIn.
Right. We're friends. Now, we hear from CIO types that they want this kind of friendship in the enterprise. They want to bring a social network, a Facebook for the enterprise, if you will. And I kind of think that Facebook is so popular because, now wait for this, it's fun. When you're at work, you're working. So, I can see some advantages, but what they want is all the fun, all the information, all that kind of, I'm so interested in what you're doing that I'm contacting you constantly at work. I don't see how that's going to work.
Yes, but there's a study out there, a Forrester study, that shows that about a third of white-collar workers in the U.S. are using stuff like Facebook and Twitter for business to stay in touch with people outside and inside the organization without IT knowing anything about it. So folks are already using this stuff for work, and businesses are starting to freak out saying, but we don't even know what they're sharing or what they're talking about. They want a version within the firewall that they can sort of control.
Well, I just want to point out that I told Forrester I was using it for work too. But I know, and I get that because there is this, to paraphrase Donald Rumsfeld, if you're at a big company, you don't know what you don't know. And I can see the advantage of connecting people and information and data. But what I want, the way I want it to happen is I want the data, the information to get to know itself better automatically. I don't want to have to be like, hey, John, here's my update. Can you help?
Yeah, I was talking to the CEO of a startup called Socialcast, and they've got a really interesting solution to this. You can sort of plug it into your internal systems, for instance, your expense reporting system. And so, you file your expense report. You don't have to tell your boss that you filed it because you're connected on this network. It shows that you filed it. All the stuff is sort of in there. So, you don't have to get all this stuff cluttering your inbox that we frankly hate, all these notices and things like that. It just sort of works automatically, like you say. Another interesting use case, IBM has a social network for its services organization where it can sort of find experts on various subjects. You would sort of assume that all these companies know exactly what everybody in the organization knows. Well, they don't. This is a way to help keep track of that.
There's another startup. I mean, clearly there's a lot of opportunity that companies and startups see here. Jive Networks is one. Greenplum, which is a database company, just came out with something called Chorus, where basically, the data sort of cross-pollinates and you get better information, but via the data, not via this kind of social network that gets built up.
So why are you being such a social Scrooge? You see the value there.
I see the value, but I want it to be as antisocial as possible. Because look, I want to spend my time on Facebook.
All right,
we're still friends though.
Poke.
That's Facebook. That's TechMate.